Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, that is Learn with Shaveta Malhotra. So today in this video we will discuss about the another type of the variables in OOPS concepts, that is known as the local variable. So here we have few points related to the local variable, so let's discuss one by one. So if we are talking about the declaration of the local variable, so we can declare inside the method only. So it could be user defined method or the predefined method like static main method. So if we are declaring the variable along with the data type, so this is known as the local variable. Why known as the local variable? Because its scope is limited to only this block, limited to only this method. If you are trying to access this variable outside this method in the another method, let's say I'm using the method number 2, and if you are trying to access this variable in method, so we can't access that. So it's giving us one compilation error like this is not variable, that we don't have declared this variable in the method 2. Okay, so if you're talking about the accessibility, so we can access this variable only within the same method where we have declared this variable. So if let's say I'm trying to print this variable and we are getting the compilation error. Why so? Because the initialization is mandatory for the local variable. Like we have discussed instance variable and the static variable where the initialization is not mandatory, but in case of the local variable initialization is required. So over here we have to initialize this variable, we need to provide some value. Okay, and if you're talking about the memory allocation, like where these variable get stored, so for the local variables there is the separate type of the memory that is known as the stack memory area. So all these are points related to the local variable. That is very simple. This is all about the local variables. So next type of variable we have is the reference variable. So what is the reference variable? Which refers some memory location, which point out to the some memory location, right? Now what does it mean? So reference variable is nothing, the variable which we create or write here while creating an object of a class, and this obj is known as the reference variable, right? Because we know whenever we create an object of a class, so by using the new keyword, that just creates some area in the memory, right? That just provides some memory address or the memory location, and which variable is point out to that memory location? That is obj, right? Like how we can show that like this particular variable is point out to the some memory location. So let's see, if we try to print this variable obj, what it will return. So let's execute the code, and here you can see that is providing us some memory location. So if you are creating any string by using the new keyword, if you are creating any object of a class, whether that is the predefined class or the user defined class, so the variable name whatever we are creating, that always will point out to the memory location, and the memory is heap memory. So objects always stored in the heap memory. Okay, so what is defined whenever we are printing the obj, it is printing like this. So what does it mean? So here the oops concept, that is the just package name we have created. Then after that I have created the sub package with the name variable, so this is the variable name, and here dot, this is known as the memory address, where it is providing the class name, at the rate is using as a separator, and here this is the memory address of hexadecimal, right? So this is known as the memory address. So whenever you are printing any object or any reference variable, always it will return the memory address. So this is just known as the reference variable, which point out to the memory location. Which memory? Heap memory location. Okay, if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.